Danny,
Anyway.
you're watching this. We don't forgive you. And we will come for you if karma hasn't already.
Let's take a sip of tea of the town.
Hello, y'all. I'm Linda.
And I'm Caitlin.
We bring you the biggest dramas
From the smallest microcosms.
Welcome to
Tea of the Town. All right, Linda, I have a really fun one for you today.
Okay.
So today's drama is Palpatine for president inside Georgetown's wild 2022 election.
Okay, so like Palpatine as in Star Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
Hang with me.
I'm in.
Hang with me. This is, okay. So first I'm going to give a shout out to Sylvie McNamara at the Washingtonian. She does a really great write-up about the story. There's also a Reddit post by Electronic Duck 9428. They said it's a throwaway account, but credit where credit's due. All right, let's dive in.
Let's do it.
What's the setting? Georgetown University, 2022.
Okay.
Okay, so Georgetown University is located in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
So you can only imagine it's very political.
Totally.
And it boasts quite the alum. So they had President Bill Clinton attend, Justice Antonin Scalia, Senator Lisa Murkowski, and that's just to name a few.
I'm sure there's a ton, right?
Yes, there's a ton.
Yeah.
So like the student body is very political. It's something that's really important to them.
Yeah.
And it's also 2022. So this isn't like in the thick of COVID, but we're still kind of coming out.
We're still like COVID vibes.
We're still COVID
is
vibes.
top of mind.
Exactly.
Okay.
So some people are masking, some people aren't. You know, it's not like completely out of people's mind at this point. All right. So the other thing is there's Georgetown University Student Association. So this is their political body. And it goes by GUSA.
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 Yeah.
Like, it sounds to me like Jar Jar Binks. Like, GUSA. Who are you? I am Jar Jar Binks. Is that how he sounds? GUSA.
No, yeah, that's a really great impression.
I feel like
you nailed it.
Maybe I did. Thank you.
No, you did great. No, so yeah, there's gonna be a couple of Star Wars throwbacks through here. So GUSA, not GUSA, and keep that in mind.
GUSA.
There's a couple of things. So it's pretty limited in its power.
Yeah.
The influence that it has is more about like creating petitions on behalf of the student body. But other than that, like it doesn't really change much on campus.
Okay.
But the power that it really, really has is it controls the student activity fund, which is around $1.4 million a year.
Oh, that's not small.
That's nothing to throw a rock at, you know?
Yeah.
And so for any of the like on-site student activities, the different groups and stuff, the funds are allocated by GUSA. But it is largely seen as an otherwise pretty ineffective political
That's a little
body.
harsh, but you know. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. So there's a lot of bureaucracy. There's a lot of red tape. And one of the things that I thought was kind of funny is the year before, GUSA actually had a referendum to abolish itself.
Oh my gosh.
And it failed. So, like, it couldn't even get rid of it.
What?
I know.
It's like so bad that it can't seem to shut itself down.
It can't even shut itself down, which I thought was kind of funny. So just like keep that in mind.
Okay.
This is kind of what the student body association is.
Okay.
So we're going to get into the candidates.
Okay.
For 2022.
Love
Okay.
it.
So the first ticket that runs is Leonard Kahn.
Okay.
And these are like the establishment candidates. Okay. And there's one thing to note. A lot of this kind of parallels kind of the 2016 election. So you can kind of think of Leonard Kahn as like almost the Hillary Clinton, Tim Kaine in 2016.
Okay.
Like they are the, they've been in GUSA, like involved in some way or another.
So they're like they're in the GUSA government.
They're in the GUSA government.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're in it, and like they come out with their campaign, and you can see like it's got a corporate style branding. People are saying like they're trying too hard to be relatable. Like it was kind of cringy. So Thomas,
I think they look kind of nice though.
It's kind of nice.
They're obviously not they're not social media characters, but they're just like he's like
Yeah,
grin
they're
on.
cute. They're
Seems like I would chat with them over a coffee.
they seem nice enough.
Yeah.
But like they attempt to kind of, connect with others in a way that's
It
just falls flat.
It's not hitting.
So like in this post, they share that like Thomas was once cast as an Oompa Loompa and Nirvana can't sit crisscross applesauce. And it's just kind of
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Both of those things confuse me a little bit. I'm not. What? Why are you? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So they're just, like they are heavily involved in the student government. They believe in it. They're very
It's like a robot trying to be relatable.
Yeah.
You're like, tell a fun fact about yourself.
Exactly. So it's not anything bad per se. It's just,
they're formulaic.
they're lacking the razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
And like also their slogan for this is girl boss GUSA, gaslight admin, gatekeep student rights.
Okay, I'm like, what is that? What is that? What? Sorry, I'm so confused by all the words are words.
They're words.
Do they word together as words into thoughts?
Yeah, and I feel like that also falls flat because it's not something that really comes across quite well. I mean, I think
keep student what are you doing? It's kind of like when pirate language was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Where like everyone's like, I want to talk like a pirate and every other word is arg.
Yeah.
Or they're like trying to talk like their own generation and they're kind of I want to like them because they look like pleasant people and I'm sure they're very nice and smart and everything, but like I do understand why this was like cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
But whatever. Like I love things that are cringy too, so I'm not hating. But I get the
pushback. And at first they are the only candidates because the thing about GUSA is like even though yes, Georgetown is a very political campus, like people don't really care so much about the student council.
Yeah, they're just like what?
They're just like whatever, it is what it is. They're not really doing much. So for a while they're just running just them.
They're just themselves. They're just out there like, we're running against air.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Cool.
But that's when we get the second ticket, which is Wolf Ume. They also go by Wume.
Okay.
So I'll be calling them Wume for the rest of this.
Okay.
And they are the outsiders.
Okay.
Okay. So they are just like frat bros that are completely unfamiliar with GUSA. In fact, like in the video that they promote, they keep calling it GUSA. So it's like very clear that they don't really know much about it. They're not involved with it. Yeah. And they're not like super serious. They're just
unserious.
They're very unserious. They're big partiers. And the platform that they run on is two things.
I love that this photo is like such a bad photo.
I know.
That's like the worst photo.
It's the worst photo.
That was like the reject photo. They're like, this is it. This is the one.
And they were like, we're going with it.
Yeah.
The awkward handshake. Yeah, it's like...
Is it raining?
A little stock photo-y, a little gloomy. Yeah, it's just...
We're not sure. It's like they went outside and they're like, no, we got to take a photo for the poster. Put on a suit.
Pretty much,
you know?
And they have a platform that like runs... There's two primary points that they're running on, okay?
Yeah.
So the first one is defunding SNAP. And I actually not sure exactly what SNAP stands for, but they are basically a group that is tasked with finding underage drinking on campus. So they're like,
I understand why they're running.
Yeah.
Because if they're frat bros,
yes,
then they're like defund SNAP.
Defund SNAP. Because they're partiers, they're drinkers. That is what they're known for.
That's really funny.
Yeah. But the second one, and this is weird, is overturning the mask mandate. Now, there's two things to know about this. One, at this time, there wasn't a mask mandate.
Right. I was going to say, it was 2022. They had a mask mandate?
No. It was still, like, at this point, it was very much optional.
Yeah.
And this is not something that GUSA has a say over.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They have no... like ownership over this type of rule on campus, but they decide this is their platform. So we can tell pretty easily that like these people are just
winging it.
They're just winging it. They're just going for it, you know.
Man.
But they are the outsiders of this race. So pretty quickly we also start getting a little bit of scandal.
Oh.
Yes. So we have scandal 1. And I'm calling this like ethical ambiguity.
Okay.
And this actually has...
I love that there's multiple scandals.
There's multiple scandals.
I'm in.
Throughout.
Okay.
So this one actually has to do with the Leonard Cohen ticket.
Okay.
So there's 2 things that come out because even the like insiders in GUSA
Yeah.
don't really love them.
Wait, it's GUSA, not GUSA.
GUSA.
GUSA, okay.
Yes.
They don't like that.
So people come out pretty vocally, and one of them, like the first, accuses Leonard of ableism. They say that he had asked a student leader to attend a meeting while that student was in the midst of a mental health crisis.
Oh, but
And
did he know?
That is unclear.
Okay.
They make it seem
he
as
was
though he
accused
does
of
know.
ableism.
Yeah.
Oh.
The way that he expresses, the student who brings this up, they
Yeah.
make it sound as though he does in fact know, but like
Oh, yeah.
there's no other kind of verification.
Like, we don't know
So-
his side necessarily.
Exactly.
I see. That's interesting. Okay.
So there's that. And then there's also this weird email gate where Khan,
email gate?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So apparently people accuse her of like co-opting the identity of another senator, because at this time she was just a senator on GUSA.
Okay, so GUSA has senators?
They're
too?
senators. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like a whole body.
Okay.
Because she sent out an email using
Mhm.
this other person's email address.
Yeah.
Now, what the actual email was, I was not able to
find.
but like people were upset about it and said that they,
She was like spoofing someone, whether intentionally or not, we don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, okay.
So for initially they're pretty quiet about it. They don't
Mhm.
really say much, but then eventually they get some pressure, so they
Yeah.
make a public statement apologizing. And she says like it was just a mistake, like it was an honest mistake. She wasn't trying to like pretend to be anyone else. And more or less people just don't care. They're like, okay, whatever.
like, yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Small drama.
Exactly.
Which we love.
Which we love. And next we have scandal number 2. Boozy bribery.
Boozy bribery.
All right, yes.
Whose cake are we getting into today?
Mhm.
I love it.
Now we're back to Wome.
Heck yeah.
So there was apparently a wild party at this local club called Abigail's.
Okay.
And it was supposedly like a campaign event for them.
Yeah.
And this is a big deal because there's actually spending limits for
Yeah.
the campaigns, and you're not supposed to spend more than $300.
Mhm.
And to reserve a table at this club is at least $500. And how do we know that this is a campaign event? They got a neon sign
Oh, well,
and they hung it up.
that feels that feels pretty clear.
Pretty blatant that this is a campaign
A
event.
literal neon sign.
Exactly. They got a neon sign, they hang it up at the club, and that is how campaign officials know, yeah, this is...
It's okay.
And the other thing that's like a big deal about this is
Mhm.
there are very strict rules about like student-sponsored events not having alcohol that can actually, end up in expulsion or suspension. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's
Okay.
serious.
Okay.
The other thing is there's rumors that they were going around saying beers for votes,
Oh.
which obviously bribery,
bribery for sure.
not good.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a really quick side story.
Yes, please.
It has to do with bribery and
Love it.
votes. So I once, when I was a young child, ran for student government. And I ran a clean campaign. I used my magic markers to create posters.
I believe this.
I had a running mate. Can't remember who that running mate was. But I was very serious about it at the time.
I believe that.
I put sparkles on the posters. I put a lot of effort and energy into it. And guess what my rival did?
Did they bribe?
His name was Dan. We'll never forgive Dan.
Nor should you.
Dan was on the playground for a week straight giving out candy for votes.
No.
Yes. Crooked campaign, which for the record is the only reason that I lost, because I feel like I would have won. My posters were badass.
Oh, I believe it.
They were
Seen the
badass.
artwork,
Thank
and
you.
I just know that there were sparkles
Mhm.
galore.
That was stolen from me.
Dan, if
Anyway.
you're watching this, we don't forgive you. And we will come for you if karma hasn't already.
So anyway, side note, but I am very invested in the story at this point.
Yes. So they're accused of bribery at this point. So obviously, GUSA gets wind of all of this, and they launch an official investigation into this.
An investigation.
An investigation.
Ooh, okay, put on your detective glasses.
Right. But unfortunately, it's not that exciting because they say that they're just lacking evidence. They try even like the sign and everything.
They have a neon sign?
I know, but still.
Okay, I'm starting to lose all faith in GUSA.
Well, and that's the thing. Keep in mind, the complaint is like full of bureaucracy. They couldn't even cancel themselves. So like, this is really par for the course.
Oh my god.
But they do issue an official warning to the Wume campaign.
Okay.
And they say that at the presidential debate, they are going to limit their speaking time.
Okay.
So that's what comes out of this.
Okay.
Wume, however, does not take the sitting down. They actually come out swinging. They, one, deny all connections to the party, which... yeah.
Okay, sure.
They also accuse the election commission of bias, saying that they're in favor of the establishment candidates, and they compare this to voter suppression.
I love this.
I know. It's just ridiculous.
I love it. It's so stupid.
So they also demand that the commission not only retract their warning and give them equal speaking time, but that they also issue an official apology.
So they have to say sorry too.
They have to say sorry too.
Okay.
The commission does not do that. Like, it just kind of stands as it is. So they get the warning. They're still dock time.
Yeah.
The commission never apologizes, and that's, kind of where things land.
Yeah. I love the amount of drama over seats that make no difference and are thought to be very ineffective is just like,
right?
Love
It's
it.
perfect. I love it. And now we have our third ticket.
ooh.
Palpatine, our chaos candidate.
Yeah.
So this is the campaign that he launches.
Oh my god.
Palpatine for GUSA.
Okay.
So I guess the campaign manager says that he got the idea to do this because he was going around making jokes that even a genocidal Sith Lord would be better than these options.
Oh my gosh.
And remember Leonard Kahn's slogan of like, gaslight the administration, gatekeep student rights,
Yeah.
girl boss.
Oh
guys.
yeah.
The Palpatine's is manipulate the Jedi, mansplain the Force, male wife the Mandalorian.
Oh my god. Like what?
So like, he's just coming out swinging. They're like, this campaign is ridiculous.
He's like, there's so much ridiculousness in here. I'm just gonna add more.
Gonna dive right in.
I love it.
And he has this quote. He comes out in his post. He says, most members of GUSA lie about their intentions in order to gain power. Vote for a candidate who is honest about his desire for complete and utter.
Oh my gosh.
I honestly, I love Palpatine.
Right?
Like, I'm just here for this. I think it is so funny. And his platform is incredible. Club funding would be immediately rerouted to a third Death Star.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Campus police would be replaced with an army of stormtroopers.
Of course they would.
And then there was a very unpopular meal plan on campus, and that would be revoked. And he says, quote, I'm a Sith, but there's even some shit that is too evil for me.
And it's the lunch plan.
And it's the lunch
it's
plan.
where we draw the line.
Exactly.
Wait, does GUSA have any control at all over the meal plan?
I do not believe so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
It's
this
perfect
is,
for a campaign promise.
he's coming out swinging.
Perfect
There's a
for
lot
campaign
of
promise.
very unrealistic campaign promises that are
We
throughout this
love.
whole
We
thing.
love.
So now we actually get our fourth ticket.
What?
Because another person comes out because they're like, this is so ridiculous. We've got these two terrible, like, the establishment and then also just the outsiders and now this like ridiculous thing. So in steps Marcella and Otis, and they are decent.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They're decent.
So this is taking maybe a positive turn.
Yeah, they're
I love that it's decent.
they're decent. Because
Okay.
they're just very like middle of the road candidates. So they're considered the middle ground because they aren't like super tied to GUSA, but they have worked in a lot of different like student body groups, and they have a track record of getting things done.
Can I tell you a conspiracy theory that I already have?
Please.
Which is like GUSA realizes they're losing. So they like find a Manchurian candidate from another organization and they're like, hey guys, you gotta run so that the Sith Lord doesn't take over our organization.
I like that. I do like that. We're gonna keep that in the back of our head.
Oh, am I right?
Not
Okay, let's keep going.
not quite, but they run on it like a very realistic platform that involves like quality of life improvements, like providing trans inclusive housing, offering better conditions for student workers.
Yeah.
So like, just normal things.
Normal stuff that you would see in these types of campaigns.
Exactly.
Love.
They're just very like middle of the road. The one thing that was weird about their campaign is the other thing that they run on is decriminalizing sex work on campus.
I'm sorry. That's not what.
But
Like, how is that in the realm of governance of GUSA, which is what?
Well, not only that, but students are like, I didn't even know there was a sex work industry on campus. So, like, what do you mean we're decriminalizing it? Like, that's a little weird.
That's a pretty aggressive stance.
Yeah.
For the middle of the road candidate.
Right. So that's the one weird thing about them, but we're going to let it
Where
slide.
they're like, let's throw
We're just going to be like, you know what? Whatever. Take it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they are probably the most, like, you know,
logical.
They're normal. They're, you know, people are fine with them.
Yeah.
However, and this is why your conspiracy is wrong, unfortunately. As much as I loved it, and I did.
I tried.
They have one problem. They didn't submit the right paperwork in time. And remember how, like, GUSA has all this red tape?
Oh, yeah.
They, like, go through all of these appeals. They do everything. But then the delay makes it so that they don't ever make it into the deadline. So they are actually not allowed to be on the ballot.
So what are you doing?
I know.
What are you doing?
I know. However, they are allowed to be written in.
Oh,
so they run on a campaign of write us in. Exactly.
Cool.
All right. So now we get to the debate.
There's a debate.
There's a debate.
Oh, heck yeah.
A presidential Zoom.
I love
and
it.
It starts off real rocky, let me tell you. Because here's the thing is, like, prior to this, I mean, there had been elections every year, and students more or less didn't care about it.
Right.
They didn't think it was interesting, but we've got a lot of interesting characters.
Everyone's on. Everyone's like, let me see what is about to go down.
Exactly.
I love it.
So, like, the commission, the officials are not at all prepared for this.
Yeah.
And they have no sort of, like, controls. So people are hopping onto the Zoom. They're just, like, screaming. They're yelling profanities. They're just, like, being crazy until they get kicked out. So, like, there's all of these disruptions.
Wait,
that keep
okay,
happening.
so when you do a Zoom webinar, or you do it like it's just an open Zoom? So it sounds like they just did like an open Zoom.
Yeah, because they weren't expecting, because they never had this much
gosh.
interest before.
Rookie behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, already off to a rocky start.
Yeah.
Now, how did the debate go? I'm going to quickly sum it up to you. I'm going to sum it up to you. So, Leonard Kahn, bland, boring. They're giving you the same kind of, like, establishment answers that you can expect, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about.
Mm-hmm.
Wu Mei, unhinged and weird. So they kind of swing back and forth between, like, just agreeing with their or their opponent and then spending the rest of the 90 seconds in silence.
Oh my god.
To, like, making campaign promises that are absolutely impossible. Like, one of the promises they made was tearing up every road on campus and only allowing bikes.
Oh my god. Okay, so you know what, like, comes to mind when you're describing this to me?
What?
Like, group projects in school where you, like, have the people in your group that just, like, don't know what they're doing at all.
Yes.
And they just make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, God, this would be so easy on my own.
Yes.
And with you, it's twice. That's kind of what it feels like.
That's
to me.
absolutely the vibe of this debate.
Same energy.
Yeah. So that's Wu Mei. Palpatine and Marcel Otis are actually not allowed to speak on the debate because they're not officially on.
Official, yeah.
So they're only allowed to be in the Zoom chat. And I guess Palpatine is just making, like, Star Wars related jokes the whole time and quotes until he eventually gets kicked out.
So love that.
I know.
I so love that.
I know.
And honestly, like, bring it.
Yes.
Vote for Palpatine.
Right? I'm very much vote for Palpatine.
Absolutely. Palpatine is the only one that's, like, first of all, has a purpose, which to me is just humor.
Yes.
Which we'll take because it doesn't seem like there's anything else on the menu that's interesting.
Nope.
So let's do it, Palpatine.
Yes.
Death Star for life.
Exactly.
All right, let's go.
So, but then Marcella and Otis are also in the comments doing their best.
Yeah.
They're trying, but unfortunately it's just, like, it's not a lot because also they're trying to respond to things quickly and they can't respond to, like, they can't rebuttal to claims being made about them. So, you know, it's not great for them ultimately. Mm-hmm. So after the debate, Palpatine comes out and he gets real for a second. He's like, you know what? Honestly, I started this all as a joke, but the closer I get to GUSA, the more I realize, like, how up this whole system is, essentially.
Okay, do we know who Palpatine is?
I could not find Palpatine. It was just pictures of Palpatine. I'm sure on campus they
I
knew.
love this.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I would vote for Amin. I'm not gonna lie, in this circumstance,
Absolutely. Go for it.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, what he comes out saying is essentially that they do have some level of control, and that is that $1.4 million.
Yeah.
And that these like
right.
student
Yeah.
bodies are, they have to bend the knee in order to get any sort of funding. And it's so inefficient. He's like, you know what? This could actually be
Better.
like, this could be better. This could actually help students, but instead it's just a joke.
So Palpatine is coming to the light.
He's coming to the light.
Oh my God. His lightsaber's changing to blue.
Yeah. I don't actually know the color scheme of Star Wars, so I'm going to trust you on this one.
Well, I don't either. I just made
Blue
that up.
feels right.
But it feels like a good color.
It does feel like a good
So we're going to go with blue.
We're going to go with blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just says like they do very little. They wield the significant power over the budget. And he's like, you know what? Actually vote for me. Like he's real about this,
Okay. Okay,
He's still
Palpatine.
making jokes though.
Yeah,
But he's like, but really vote for me.
Win him with humor. I love it.
Now, we're not done with the scandals.
No.
Because we have scandal number 3.
Oh my God.
Outside influence.
Okay.
Okay, we're back to Wu Mei. So here's the thing. Like, they admittedly have no idea how GUSA works.
Yeah.
We all
They
know
don't
this.
seem
It's
to know
very
how a lot of
weird.
things work.
Pretty
But
much.
We're going to go with that.
They're very unserious, but they're also well-known conservatives on campus.
Oh, okay.
Like, they very much align themselves with Trump. They align themselves with conservatives.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, the mask mandate is at the forefront is just kind of, like, weird.
That was random.
Yeah. So rumors start circulating that they're actually being funded from beyond the campus.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're
That is so random.
The other thing that's weird is they're not really actively campaigning. Like, other people are out there putting out flyers. They're having, press meetings with the local newspapers and things like that. And these candidates aren't. And it's almost like they're just like, we know we're a shoo-in. And so there's rumors.
What?
There's rumors that they're funded by Turning Point USA.
No. Are you
Which,
serious?
if you're not familiar, was the organization that was started by Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And they actually did go around funding like local students.
Really?
Yeah, because what they were trying to do is bring like basically elevate conservative voices on campus.
Like really early on.
Yeah.
That's so fascinating. I would think something like this that's so small.
It's so small.
And insignificant.
And the thing is like, we don't know for sure.
So
Like,
this
it's
is
never
like-
verified. So this is very much rumor mills type stuff, but
I
it
got
does
you.
kind of align with like a lot of the things that other people were seeing on campus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that they did, the only campaigning that they really did, which wasn't much, but on campus, they do ranked choice voting.
Okay.
Which, if you're unfamiliar, is basically instead of just voting for one person, you say, this person's my number 1. This person is my number 2 if number 1 doesn't win. This person's my number 3, and there, so on and so forth. So if like the first person doesn't win your first choice, then that vote basically gets thrown out, and then it goes to your second choice. So the only thing that they do is they're saying like, vote for us and don't vote for anyone else. That's their message.
They're trying to like hack the ranked choice voting.
Subvert the whole process.
I
So
see.
it's very weird. People just feel odd about it. So it's never verified whether or not they were funded. But like, there's some questions out there. Okay.
Got it.
And now that brings us to election day.
I want to know who wins this election.
Right?
All right.
Okay. So we have the initial votes come in.
Yeah.
Leonard Kahn has 365.
Okay.
Marcel and Otis, remember,
Yeah.
they're not on the ballot. They're write-ins.
Yeah.
They get 687.
No.
Yeah, so like twice as much as Leonard Kahn.
Wow.
Yeah, so like you'd think, I mean, they're decent candidates. It makes sense, but like for 687,
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
Okay, they were doing the most in those comments, apparently.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wu Mei gets 614. And so Leonard Kahn gets kicked out. They retally the votes. The final count is 759 to 793. And the winner of the 2022 election was
No!
Maine.
Palpatine?
Not Palpatine. Wu Main.
Palpatine. I really wanted Palpatine to win.
We all did. We all did.
Oh, man.
I know. I'm so heartbroken.
So
but
how did they do in their term? Do we know?
We'll get
Oh,
there.
there's more.
There's more. Oh, yes.
I-
There's more.
I'm really sad about Palpatine. I don't know why I'm so devastated by Palpatine
No,
not winning.
trust. I was too.
The humor
but
was
the-
just so perfect.
It was top tier.
Oh, man.
The problem was, and also Marcella and Otis actually had like the most votes, but because it was
ranked choice.
ranked choice, and so
Yeah.
that's the problem is most of the people just filled out the ballot. They didn't like go on to like write
Yeah.
anybody in,
Yeah.
and so just kind of by default, Wu Mei takes it.
Wow.
I know.
Wild.
And that brings us to our final scandal. Election fraud. Dun, dun,
What? How
dun.
can there be election? Well,
Well, here's the thing. So several GUSA members or senators actually moved for another investigation into the election because there's numerous complaints of fraud and bribery. And we're going back to the Abigail
okay.
party.
Yeah.
There's more that comes up to the surface that like there is actually a direct link to the campaign at this point.
Okay.
And multiple students come out and say, yes, they did say like beer for votes. So GUSA is like, yeah, we are going to investigate this because there's new evidence that comes out. So GUSA does another investigation.
GUSA, okay. So GUSA is you're really far behind here because like they could have gotten this far before the
They
election.
could have.
And they're like finally catching up and they're like, but
wait.
we have some evidence. It's like the person who runs into the wedding hall and is like, I object.
Exactly.
Come on.
So here's the thing. They do another thorough investigation with all of this new information.
Okay.
There's not enough to overturn the
Of course. Jeez. Okay. GUSA.
They say it's valid. The results are valid. So basically what they find out is like, yes, somebody on the campaign did pay for the party, but it wasn't one of the two candidates. And they still claim ignorance. So they're saying like, that's not enough.
It wasn't one of the two candidates. It was one of their dads.
Pretty much. And like, they also are like, yes, a lot of students are saying that
Yeah.
they had beer
but
for
it's
votes,
like
but we can't
hearsay.
prove that. So
Okay.
they are
All
not
for
going
naught.
to overturn the results. The outgoing president also makes a statement. She just says she's so disappointed in who's inheriting this position. So in the end, how did it all pan out? How did our candidates go? Okay. So Palpatine releases a photoshopped announcement giving himself 11 billion votes and celebrates his
yeah.
victory. And he gives a special thanks to all of those he bribed.
I love this energy.
I know. He's so funny. He actually attempts another run in 2023, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Why not? Because I feel like this is like, I love
know.
it.
It's so good.
I love it.
Good. But then he otherwise just kind of
Fades
fades into oblivion. So that's Palpatine for you. And then Leonard Kahn and Marcella Otis, they both graciously accepted their losses.
Yeah.
And they actually continued on their work on campus as they did before. So they went
Good
to
for them.
still do stuff on campus, still try to help the student body.
Good
And
for
you know
them.
what? I think that's really commendable.
Yeah.
And how did our winners do?
How did they do? What about
How
that
did it
mask
pan out?
mandate?
Well, they took over power without like any further issue, actually. So
Okay.
surprisingly, like most of the student body described them as a campus meme, stupid but not actively terrible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll take that though.
So what's interesting is they actually continued a lot of the like transformative initiatives from the previous administration. They're like,
For them.
we'll just keep on that work.
Yeah.
And they even expanded with some of their own projects, which were things like expanded dining options. So they did try to like run a campus
The
thing.
horrible dining plan.
They tried to, they were like, we're going to do like a whole student
They're doing
petition for it.
something.
Yeah. And they also negotiated free student access for various newspapers. The only weird thing about them is that they like sold merch, which is like on brand, you know?
Right.
And I just feel like these two
of course they
would sell merch. But otherwise, like people said it wasn't as bad.
Good for them.
So that,
I'm proud of them.
yeah, I was
Good
like,
for them.
you know what? I'll take that turnaround.
Heck yeah.
And that is the tea.
I loved that tea.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at Dan who ran against me
As
in
you
middle
should be.
school.
As you should be.
But
You were
I'm
wrong.
really glad that Wu Mei actually turned around and did something and didn't totally screw it up. And I'm really proud of them, and I'm glad that they did the damn thing.
They did the damn thing.
Yeah.
And it just continued on as normal. And yeah, no, I mean, I was surprised. I definitely thought that they were going to be more like chaotic when
Yeah.
they took power. But I think also part of it was just because they didn't really know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
They kind of got steamrolled by
Yeah.
senators. But like, you know what? They didn't try to push back on it.
Yeah.
And I'll give them that.
Yeah, I love that. And I really wish all the best for Palpatine, and I hope that whoever Palpatine is, whatever endeavors that person pursues in the future, I wish them all the success in the world.
Same.
Hilarious.
I was like devastated to learn he didn't win. I loved his
Seriously.
campaign. I loved everything about it. You can even still find his like Instagram where he has
love
all these
that.
posts. So, you know what? Cheers to Palpatine.
To Palpatine.
Let's take a sip of tea.